Good morning, guys. Welcome to day 112 of me creating good daily habits. One of them is, waking up and putting in some exercise. My favorite thing to do in the morning is putting in 10 minutes of yoga stretch. It's something that I have been doing for quite some time now. Hey, we can always strive to be slightly better than our last version of ourselves, right? We gotta have goals in this life. Whether we want to be above average like I do, I don't want to be average. I want to strive to be just slightly better than average and continue to build something for myself and find a place on this world that belongs to me. Alright, so go out there and chase that dreams, guys. I'm on day 27 of the 30-day yoga movement with Kassandra. Whoop whoop.
Stretch sequence that focuses especially on your back, so really working on your spine, helping to relieve any kind of aches and pains that you might have here, and also working on strengthening your back a little bit more so that we can prevent those aches and pains. This is day 27 of the 30-day morning yoga movement, this 30-day morning yoga challenge that I have here on YouTube. If you are new, it's not too late to join. You can just click the link down below in the description box. It's the first one there, and you'll be able to get all of the inside scoop. Otherwise, for those of you who've already been doing this with me, day 27, let's just get into it. And we're going to start in a puppy pose. One of my favorite openers for the chest, the shoulders, and the upper back. So beginning in tabletop, align your knees underneath your hips, and we're going to walk our hands forward until we can rest the forehead down towards the floor. And there are two ways of doing this one. I'll let you choose the one that you want. You can either make it really active, so keeping your elbows lifted off of the floor, or you can relax your arms and let your elbows come down. So whatever feels the best to you at this time. Try to melt the chest down towards the ground, inviting an opening through your upper back. And in each of these 10-minute morning yoga classes, we work with a different affirmation. And our affirmation today, to help set the tone for the rest of your day ahead, is my confidence inspires others. My confidence inspires others. So you can repeat this to yourself a few times throughout our practice together. And also, you can repeat it to yourself throughout the rest of your day as a reminder of this time you spent on your mat. Let's come forward into Sphinx pose. So just laying on your belly, arms are down to the floor. And you really want to work on rolling your shoulders back, pressing them back as you open up through your chest. And rather than making this very passive, we're going to make it active. So really push into your fingertips and think of pulling your heart forward. So you're reaching your chest away from your toes and pushing into the tops of your feet. Coming into a little side sphinx, you're just going to bring your left forearm at a 45-degree angle and bring your right fingertips behind you. Push your right hip down as you lift and look over your right shoulder. So we don't want to be rolling over on one hip. Keep both hip bones planted down. Just a big opening here. And let's release and switch sides. Right forearm down, left fingertips behind you. Push and lift. Try to keep your left hip pressing into the floor.
Oh no, internet is down. What's going on?
And exhale, push into the feet. Last one, inhale, lift. Exhale to release. Press your hands into the floor to lift back up. And just bring your hips towards your heels. Reach your fingertips back behind you. Bend your elbows, try to squeeze them towards one another as you open up through your heart. And let's find downward facing dog, our first one. Hands are shoulder width distance apart, feet are hip width distance apart. And go ahead and stretch out through your legs, taking up some space here. Let's reach our right leg up to the sky. You can keep it straight and square. And we'll step that foot through in between the hands to the top of the mat, low lunge. Bring your back knee down to the floor. And you're just going to bring your right hand to your thigh. Push your hand into the knee to roll and look over your right shoulder. So twists are really great for maintaining the health of our spine and alleviate any tension you might be having.
Sorry guys, my internet was bad this morning.
Melt the hips forward and down. And looking down to the floor. Coming from here into tabletop pose and kick your right leg up and back. Roll your right hip down. Keep the front of the leg facing down to the floor and draw your lower belly in. You might choose to stay here or you can extend your left arm forward. So this is working your abdominals, but also working all of the muscles along your spine, strengthening through your back. Take one more full deep breath. And tabletop pose, left hand down, right knee down. Thread the needle, reach your right arm up to the sky. And as you exhale, thread it through shoulder and ear, lower to the mat. Then you can stretch your left arm up overhead if you'd like. Try to keep your hips directly over your knees. One more big belly breath. And we'll slide that left hand back, press back up, re-extend the right arm up to the sky, downward facing dog. And we'll set ourselves up for the second side. Just push into your heels a little bit more. Left leg rises up, and we'll find our low lunge. Step that left foot through. Bring the back knee down, finding a little twist just by bringing your hand to your thigh, and really try to lift away from that leg as you look over your left shoulder. You're sliding your shoulder blades down your back. No tension in your hips or your legs. One more big breath in here. Tabletop pose. And we'll find that two-legged tabletop pose again. So firm up the belly, strong through your core. Flatten out your lower back as you extend your left leg up. Roll that hip down. And then maybe the right arm extends forward. So what we want to avoid is a collapsing through the lower back. You really need to work very strongly here to stay stable in the pose. Staying with your breath and with your affirmation. My confidence inspires others. One more full deep breath. Tabletop into thread the needle on the other side. Left arm rises up. Exhale, thread it through shoulder and ear to the floor. Then maybe your right arm extends up overhead. One more inhale. And you can slide that right hand back, push into the palm, re-extend the arm up, see if there's a bit more space. And we'll take our last downward facing dog. Walk the hands forward, tuck your toes under, and lift up and back. Working a little bit more on our locust pose. Inhale forward to plank and lower all the way down to your belly. You're going to point your toes back and extend both arms out in front of you with your palms facing in towards each other. So I'm looking up just because I need you guys to hear me, but really at home, you'll be keeping your gaze down so the back of your neck stays long. As you inhale, you're going to lift your right arm, left leg, and head off the floor. Squeeze and lift. Exhale to lower down. Switch sides. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale to release. Twice more here. Inhale. And exhale. Left arm, right leg. Think of lengthening. and lower it down. Cactus with your elbows. Lift the upper back or the chest really off the floor, and if it feels good, you can lift both legs as well. Full locust pose. And release. Press back to an easy child's pose. So keep your knees close towards one another, your hips towards your heels, and your arms extending back behind you. So another really lovely pose for the spine, just to stretch it out. You can hold on to your heels here and just rock forward onto the crown of your head. I really love this pose to stretch along the spine. This is rabbit pose. So you're trying to lift your hips off of your heels. Not a lot of weight on your head at all. And release. Come all the way up. Rolling your shoulders back a few times. And we'll come to take a seat in any way that works for you. And just notice here as you sit up if there is maybe a little bit more length in your spine. If it feels a little bit more comfortable to sit up tall, if you can roll your shoulders back a little bit more easily. And we'll join our hands together at the front of the heart, connecting back one last time to our intention. My confidence inspires others, letting this guide you throughout the day. Closing with a big cleansing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale.
Namaste.
Bowing forward. Namaste. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Kassandra, for my day 27. I'm a bit up early this morning, around 5 o'clock. Watch some movies. Anyway, I got mosquitoes getting into me, man. And then my internet was playing up. The Wi-Fi wasn't strong this morning. I had to change it to a hotspot. So go out there. When you win your morning, guys, you manage to win your day. Because when you put yourself a little bit of yoga or whatever exercise or walk, you just feel refreshed. You just feel better knowing that anything can be possible during the day. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.